Hi friends and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello. My name's George Agambar and I'm a UK music producer. Today's video is all about feeling uninspired. We're going to be having a look at the top 10 things that I find help bring back that creative musical spark. So if you want to learn a bit more, then make sure you stay tuned and hit the subscribe button and notification bell for new videos every Wednesday. And things will never be the same when I hear your name since you kissed me in the rain. So I've been producing for a while now, and I still love it just as much as I did when I first started, most days. But as with lots of things, there can be some days where I just feel completely uninspired and have no motivation. And as creatives, this is one of the worst things that can happen to us. It's essentially writer's block. But although it might feel like the end of the world, it's not. There are some things that we can do to help get back that spark. So in this video, we're going to be having a look over the top 10 things that I do when I feel very uninspired. But obviously, different things work for different people. So let me know down in the comments what you find helps you, and let's all help each other out because we're all in this together. Number 1, chords. When I have no inspiration, my first port of call is to lay down some chords in my DAW. And these are normally in a key that's really easy for me to sing or play over, and it's normally a 4-chord progression. And I just sit there listening to these 4 chords over and over again. Eventually I'll begin to hum or sing or play little melodies over the top, just improvising and messing around. And it's the improvisation that gets the juices flowing again. I'm not forcing myself, I'm not setting any goals or any expectations of myself. I'm simply enjoying the music again. Number 2, instrument sounds. I like to have fun and just mess around with instrument sounds. So for example, I'd put an EQ on a track that's completely obscene that I wouldn't normally use. Or I'd mess around with synth parameters until I get a really unique, funny sound really. Something that makes me laugh and makes me happy. And then the child in me comes out. I get the urge to put that ridiculous sound in a song. And so before I know it, I find myself creating a new song. And that helps me get my inspiration and my creativity back. Number 3, analysing music. Now, I promise that for the most part, I'm not sitting here with a pen and paper analysing every single note or every single rhythm in a song, although sometimes I do that. But what I like to do is listen to my favourite music or the music in the charts and try and see whether I can figure out what's going on in the music or in the production. And sometimes I'll hear a really cool technique that I hadn't necessarily thought about before. So, for example, when I first listened to Let's Fall in Love for the Night by Phineas, I heard that EQ that he seemed to put over the first beginning bit of the track. And I thought that that was really cool and really unique. And so, perhaps not even 20 minutes after hearing this song, I turned on my computer and tried this out on my own tracks. And again, that helped me feel more creative and more inspired. Number 4, covering songs. A bit like my last point, I find inspiration from imitating others. And so I like to challenge myself to recreate a song as closely as I can to the original. And this means that I'm still producing and being creative and using those muscles, but I'm not forcing myself or putting any expectations on myself to write or come up with something brilliant. I'm simply just enjoying myself and enjoying making music, which is enough to re-inspire me. Number 5, talking to other people. When I'm feeling unmotivated or uninspired, I like to message my friends or other music creators and ask them to tell me what they're working on or to send me links to mixes in progress. There's just something about having someone talk to you so enthusiastically about something that they love and that they're passionate about that helps you get that enthusiasm and that inspiration back. And even if you don't get that out of the conversation, perhaps they'll mention something really interesting. Perhaps they're using a really interesting reverb technique or a really interesting sample sound. And again, it's drawing that inspiration by imitating others. You may then feel inspired to go and try that out on one of your own mixes. And before you know it, you'll be creating and producing your own track again. Number 6, getting out of your comfort zone. Now, instinctively, we tend to stay within our comfort zone, and that's because we feel safe there. We feel good. And whilst we may feel good, it may be causing more damage than we realise. I think that it's so important that we reinvent ourselves and make sure that we don't limit ourselves creatively. And so, if you're feeling uninspired, I would recommend that you try producing perhaps in a different genre. You'll learn all about a new, different type of music, and actually, you may find something in that genre that you really, really enjoy. Number 7, revisit old projects. Very, very rarely are songs written, produced, mixed and mastered all in one session. It's a process. And so if the current track or current project that you're working on isn't bringing you joy anymore, isn't making you feel inspired, then perhaps walk away for a while and go back and revisit that song or that mix that you abandoned maybe last month or last year. Maybe, just maybe, you'll find that creative spark with that project that you had when you first started it. After all, we don't write music that we think is rubbish. There's always a reason for us writing or working on that music. There's always a certain something that has inspired us in the past. So maybe you'll find that again. Number 8, give it some time. The more we try to force ourselves to feel creative, the less creative we're likely to feel. You can't force yourself to be inspired. So give yourself a break. Walk away from it. Stop producing or engineering or writing or recording or performing for a while and give yourself a chance to miss it. Often, if you don't give yourself that chance to miss something, you won't realise how much you truly love it. After all, they do say that absence makes the heart grow fonder. Number 9, go shopping. Stick with me here. I don't mean head to your closest mall and go and buy yourself a load of new clothes, unless that's what you enjoy doing. By shopping, I mean gear shopping. And now when I mention gear, your head may jump to a new pair of headphones or a new pair of studio monitors. And you may think, well, I can't really afford that every single time I feel uninspired. And in all fairness, neither could I, although that would be very, very nice. I mean, perhaps get yourself a new little accessory or a new plug-in. And this personally helps me because it is something new to play with and to become familiar with. And before I know it, I'm creating and producing and I feel completely inspired again. Number 10, walking. Now, this is the only non-music related tip that I have and that I do when I feel uninspired. But if you can, get outside and go for a little walk. There's something about being in nature and getting that fresh air that completely relaxes us and clears our head. It's pretty much like our version of pressing the reset button. So when you get back to creating and producing, you feel completely refreshed and brand new. So those are my top 10 tips for getting that inspiration back. As I said, not everything works for every person. Different people find different techniques help. And actually, not every tip works every single time I feel uninspired. Sometimes I need to use a combination of these, or sometimes just one does the trick. It completely depends on how you're feeling and the type of person that you are. But as I said, let's help each other out and comment down below what you find helps you personally. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful and interesting. Let me know what you thought in the comments below and if there are any other videos that you'd like to see in the future. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell, and I will see you again soon.